South Korean soccer teams fill stadiums with sex dolls. The Bundesliga reports high numbers online. And the Budesliga players are being reprimanded for their protocols that they did not follow. And is this the new normal with youth sports? Are we just losing our minds just to make everyone feel good about who they are? All of this on episode 508. So first up, we have the South Koreans. They get creative. So they're now using sex dolls as fans in the background, and they, with social distancing, mind you, they have to keep them, separated from each other because they might spread the disease. So that's weird. A South Korean soccer team has reported apologizing for filling the stands with their less stadium with sex dolls for a weekend game. FC Seoul used the dolls in place of human spectators at their Sunday match against Gwangju FC. Other teams have used cardboard cutouts because people are banned due to the coronavirus. But they got creative. They use sex dolls. And why are they separating them by 6 feet or whatever the distancing they're having to deal with right now? I have no idea. It is strange, and they're getting ridiculed for it. I don't know why. They're dressed. It's bad enough we're attacking human beings and keeping us, spread out. But why are we bringing our craziness to the sex dolls? The sex dolls should be able to be free to be right next to each other. Of course, if they're going to be using these sex dolls later, or are these sex dolls already been used and they're using them in the stadium? Then I get you don't want, because of coronavirus, they can if someone touches a sex doll, and I get it. So when they placed them, they touched them. So the potential risk of sex dolls transmitting coronavirus to sex doll after been touched, that could be a problem. So no, I get it. Keep them separate. Keep everyone separated as long as possible. But I digress on to the next subject of the Bundesliga. So we had it over this weekend. I guess it was a big hit. A lot of good numbers being reported. So Deadline.com reports Bundesliga draws record numbers for the Sky in Germany. I guess Sky is one of their broadcast units. The return of the Bundesliga drew record rating for Sky in Germany, with more than 6 million viewers tuning in on Saturday to watch top-flight European soccer for the first time since March. So to give you an idea how significant this was, according to specialist website dwdl.de, Sky Germany had 3.68 million viewers watching the matches on its local subscription TV channels, while in addition 2.45 million viewers watched the conference, whatever that is, a simultaneous live broadcast of the 5 afternoon games on Sky free to view news channels. So combined that, it's like almost 6 million. And that doesn't include what happened on FS1 and so many other networks. So I guess it was, interesting to say the least. But even with the record numbers, they got to remind that there must be protocols taking place. So as they attack each other and they do all these things to make sure they're having success, not with their games, but the success of not transmitting COVID-19 because we're so scared of this invisible enemy, that they weren't celebrating correctly. So they forgot they're not allowed to slap hands because they might get the disease. And when they have to sit down, they sit 6 feet apart, and they're all separated, and it's getting a bit goofy with all their crazy rules. But Newsday.com reports the latest. Bundesliga players to be reminded about protocols. Bundesliga soccer players will be reprimanded not to celebrate goals together after Hertha Berlin's team shared hugs and high fives over the weekend. I don't know how they're going to reprimand them, but I slap them on their hand maybe. Most teams have stuck to restrained arm bumps when they score, but Hertha's more exuberant celebrations in a 3-0 win over Hoffenheim on Saturday prompted criticism. They were undermining the league's social distancing guidelines. Oh my gosh. Stay in control. Do what you're told. And if you don't, we're going to throw a fit online. We're going to get the media to push it, and we're going to cancel your league, and we're going to crush the economy because you do not follow instructions. And that's kind of where we're at with this. So it is goofy to see all this, because you can't do that. You can't jump and embrace that way, and we got to stop this madness. It is so bad to even consider even embracing each other like this way. And by the way, last night I went to a graduation party. I won't say where, but I shook people's hands. I gave hugs, and there was like 60 people there. Oh my gosh, quarantine me. I'm in quarantine right now. I'm staying home for a couple weeks in case I got the COVID. It's spreading. These lockdowns and all this is ridiculous. No one's stopping. Everyone's getting together. For the ones that have underlying conditions and stuff, they're probably staying separate, but all the healthy people, we're getting together. You know, nothing's changing other than you're shutting down the economy, you're shutting down soccer, and that's just kind of where we're at. But as we move on to the new normal, when we get to youth sports and all these crazy rules, did you guys see that poor lady giving out the tennis procedures? It was comical. So let's take a look at it. If I can get to it.
Player, unless they're from the same household, has to bring their own tennis balls so that you don't touch other people's tennis balls with your hands. You can kick their balls, but you can't touch them. I'm going to blush, sorry. Of course, if you're playing with someone in your household, you can touch those tennis balls. To avoid confusion between whose balls are whose, you can use a marker, like a Sharpie, to mark out, to put an X or put someone's initials on them.
Anyways, it's gotten this ridiculous. We're just trying to, all we're doing in the sports world, you'll see it online, everyone's putting these videos and the way their soccer clubs are advancing their practices, how they're keeping, there's this one club keeping everyone 10 feet away and watching these kids, they putting this disinfectant on their hands. And this is all to make the crazies feel safe. That's all it is. It's, can we make them feel safe so they don't scream and yell? Because they scream and yell. And that's where we're at. And they're looking at you. They're watching. What are they doing? Are they doing it right? I'm going to report you. What are wrong with these people? If you're so scared, stay home. Protect yourself. If you're not, let the ones that are not scared, like myself, go embrace life, which I have been, and let me be your guinea pig. And then you can laugh if I get sick and die. So, but we can't stop having life because we are trading lives, ladies and gentlemen. We're trading lives, and people don't like saying that, but we're killing people by killing the economy. Killing. I'm not talking about the U.S. I'm talking about Africa. I'm talking about third world countries that survive on the economy, that have to survive on $2 a week. They don't get anything. We're killing people to poverty. It's real. It's happened. It's repeated itself over and over. What we're doing is a big social experiment that's never been tried. So we're doing things that are untested. Stay home, kind of garbage. So anyways, take care of your health, people, but don't force us in a situation where we have to follow what you do. You can't take away freedom. Freedoms must exist. And if you're scared of our freedoms, stay home. You can hide, but we will not. This is Coach Cameron on episode 508, and I'll be back with more fun news tomorrow. Peace.